Unsolicited.
Hi. I was told that if something was bothering me, I should talk about it. So, here it goes. Last night I had a dream. A horrible, grotesque, terrifying dream that filled me with rage, sorrow, and anxiety. It started out rather calm and normal, I suppose. It was still strange, but there wasn't anything worrying about it until later. I came to this shop. Organic Meats Wholesale is what it was called. It's a place where you go to buy healthy, unprocessed meat. This dream, it was so vivid. It was almost like I was actually there. That's part of why I'm so disturbed by what happened shortly after. As I entered the shop, I looked around the room. I didn't see anyone, except for one guy that was up at the counter. I suppose a place like this doesn't stay too busy, since it's a small shop with barely any parking space. As I approached the counter, the man behind it greeted me. It's at this point when the dream became something a little stranger. Odd as it was, everything that was about to happen seemed completely normal to me in that dream. Telling the story now, I am completely shocked and appalled at the items on the menu. But in that dream, I was actually scanning all of my choices with serious contemplation. There were all different kinds of breeds of dogs listed. Cats, deer, cow, and bull. Different types of fish, rabbits, turtles, donkey, chicken, and more. All with 2 prices below them. One price was listed as YK and the other one was listed as pre-wrap. The YK was 1/4 the pre-wrap price, and I remember feeling overly excited about the YK deal. The man behind the counter asked if I was ready to order. I said yes. And what I asked for is just mind-blowing. I said, yeah, I want the donkey this time. What would I have ordered the last time I was here? A cat? As crazy as it sounds, I said it. I want a donkey, and I want the YK special. I got this horrible feeling, but somehow, I was still excited in the dream. The dream kind of skipped ahead here, as if I were watching a TV show. I was now in what appeared to be an empty warehouse. Cold steel beams, sheet metal walls. Wide open, and nothing but a couple of steel beam pillars. As I got closer to one of the pillars, I could make out an object that looked similar to a fire axe. Yet in the dream, it felt like it was something else completely. It was supposed to be a tool that had a 100% kill chance. Yeah, you heard me right. 100% kill chance. I don't know how I knew this, but that's what I knew it as in the dream. If you hadn't figured it out already, you'll soon understand what the YK special means. As I watched myself take the murder tool from the pillar, I felt this sadistic grin cross my face. I felt the weight of the tool in my hands. It was heavy, at least a solid 10 pounds. I walked over to the helpless donkey which had been tied to a steel beam pillar, reached my arm out, and I started petting it, stroking it in an affectionate way like you would a pet. As I watched myself turn away, I had hoped that this is where the nightmare was going to end. I hoped that I was going to wake up. I was so very wrong. In just a matter of seconds, I heard a loud thud, followed by a crackling sound similar to a baseball bat hitting a fastball. I stood there, dazed, a horrible maniacal grin on my face. It must have been nearly a minute before I noticed. The donkey wasn't dead. It was moving, just slightly, but still moving. Then after several horrible seconds, it started violently shaking, convulsing like it was having a seizure. It let out a blood-curdling scream as if it were the most agonizing pain anything had ever endured. That's when I saw it. I still see it like it's happening right in front of me all over again. Something was protruding from the donkey. It looked like another leg had burst out of it, covered in blood, slime, and all sorts of nasty. And it was moving. I felt the grin leave my face as I realized the donkey was pregnant, and I had just murdered it. The force was so strong from my hit that it had knocked a leg from the baby out through the belly of the mother. I just stood there, staring at the donkey laying there in a puddle of its own blood with the leg of its child protruding from its stomach. Suddenly things got even more disturbing. I felt my heart racing, my eyes narrowed in a sadistic eureka kind of way, and I found myself... I was laughing. It started out as a small laugh in the background. It grew louder and louder and louder, till it filled my ears and I could barely hear myself talk until it sounded like I was screaming in my head, "Stop!" Then I awoke to find myself at home in bed. I was so happy that it had all been a dream, that I wasn't some psychotic madman who got pleasure from hurting some defenseless animal. It was just a bad dream. Feels better to have gotten this off my chest. Well, that was the disturbing, horrible night I had. I'm sorry, but I gotta get back to work.